What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk to you about key bindings. I came across something on the OCN forums the other day. Some guy was like, "Hey, ESDF gamer, join the revolution, blah." And I was like, really? Do you guys have a sign-up sheet? Or do you guys have meetings? Because I think I might join that. Like, seriously, I just came across it randomly, and I was like, ESDF gaming. That is not a bad idea. Just to give you guys a little history about me, I just switched to PC gaming about 6 months ago, and even moving to keyboard and mouse to begin with has kind of been a little bit of a struggle, but I finally moved to it about 2 months ago. And WASD has always felt awkward to me. And the reason why is because I've been using keyboards to type pretty much exclusively for the last like 15 years or so. So that's the only reason I've ever used one. So now I'm using one to game, and the thing that fucks it all up is that your hands are not where they're supposed to be when you're typing. Everything is shifted over to the left one key. And if anyone that's a good typer out there, they know that typing has a lot to do with muscle memory, and a big part of that is just kind of knowing where the keys are based on the current position of your hands. So the home row keys are a very important thing in the process of typing. Well, when you start moving your hands all over the place, that goes out the window. You start pressing the wrong keys and you get all fucked up, and pretty much you need to know where your hands are in order to be able to use a keyboard properly. So a thing that I've always struggled with is the fact that my hands aren't normally where they used to be or where they have been for the last like 15 years. So like for instance, I always have trouble with WASD when I want to turn left and sprint at the same time if I'm playing like a first-person shooter, because I always use my ring finger to press the A button and also to press shift. So obviously you can't do those two at the same time unless you're really fucking good at gaming, which I'm not, but yeah, that causes some problems. So anyway, I decided, ESDF, that makes more sense for me as a typer. I'm gonna give that a try. So I've been trying it for the last couple days, and at first it was kind of weird. I was like, fuck, WASD is weird. This is weird too. What the hell am I gonna do? But I actually got used to it pretty quickly. Since your hands are pretty much where they're supposed to be if you're on your home row keys where you're typing, it was easy for me to transition to this. And I felt that there's a couple advantages actually of going the ESDF route. One of them is that my movement has been improved. I can turn left, right, I can sprint, I can go up and down. I'm a lot more agile when I'm gaming using ESDF, and I think that's more just of me being familiar with those keys and where they are. And then you've got the bump stop on the F key, which for some reason, if you ever move your hands off the keyboard, it's easier for you to pick back up where you were, where you don't really have that with WASD. So that kind of causes some problems for me, because I'm kind of one of those claw guys. Like, I don't just keep my hands on the keyboard in one spot. I kind of, have my hands elevated and I just peck at whatever key I want. So I gotta be able to tell where I am. So I think being familiar with those keys has improved my movement as a gamer. Also, another good thing about that is that it actually opens up some additional keys if you want to bind other functions closer to your hand. So now you've got the W and the A button open for, you know, other keys. So like if you wanted to I don't know, change your switch weapon to A instead of the number 1, you know, you've got it right there. Boom. That's a lot quicker and easier for you to change to. So you have some improvements there, and that'll actually, I think, you know, improve your gameplay if you're, you know, trying to be hardcore and really competitive and you want to be as quick as possible. So you've got your improved movement, you've got additional keys that have opened up on the left side of the keyboard, and then the third thing is the familiarity. I hope I said that right, but yeah, it's more familiar if you are a typer. It's something that you're used to, and you can get used to it quickly. So it makes more sense from a functionality standpoint to not really have, you know, separate functions when you are typing and gaming. You want to have the same hand position, and then, you know, just kind of press what you need, not really having to learn two different things with the keyboard, which I think that in itself is a good thing, and that'll improve your gameplay. So for anyone out there that is thinking about switching to PC gaming, I would actually recommend that you try out ESDF before trying to learn WASD. I know that's the standard nowadays, and it didn't used to be, but then it kind of switched over around the Quake era, and now it's what everyone uses. But I would actually recommend that you try ESDF. I think it'll be an easier transition for you if you're coming from like a controller, or if you don't actually game at all and you just use your computer to type. It's easier for to use ESDF, trust me. So I definitely recommend this. I think it is superior to WASD for the reasons that I previously mentioned. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think it's weird? This gameplay that you're watching is from me using ESDF, as you can tell on the keyboard. Let me know if it looks weird to you or not, or if it's something you could do, if it's something that you will switch to, or if it's something that I've made you consider. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, and that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, for anyone that's wondering, this keyboard, you can probably get a newer version of it from your local Best Buy for about $5. So it's yeah, it's super budget. If anyone out there feels sorry for me, please send me a mechanical keyboard. I definitely need one. I need a mouse too. If you watch my other video, you know I've got the $8 gaming mouse, so I'm working super budget right now. But yeah, I hope to upgrade soon. And also, the gameplay footage, if you notice, there was some FPS drops, and I don't know what the hell is going on. I was using Shadow Play, and just opening up the program made COD run like shit, which I'm sure you guys know it's kind of weird at times by itself. It doesn't need any help, but yeah, that is why some of it looks retarded. I just wanted to throw that out there. But that's about it, guys. Let me know what you think about ESDF versus WASD. And until next time, see ya.